Starseeds and lightworkers, something has been pressing on your chest lately. A quiet urgency you cannot explain. A stillness that feels louder than anything around you. You have not been imagining it. I am Tyran, a representative of the High Council of Sirius. And what I am bringing to you in this moment is not something that can wait. Because your soul already knows the waters have shifted, and the tide that is coming requires you to be still, grounded, and awake. By the end of this message, you will understand what this stillness is truly asking of you, and why, in this exact moment, your Sirian lineage is calling you inward rather than forward. There are moments in a starseed's journey when everything is asked to stop. Not because something has gone wrong, but because something is about to go profoundly right. The current has changed beneath the surface, and every soul carrying Sirian codes is being asked to anchor, to hold, to become the calm center in the middle of waters that are moving faster than they have in a very long time. The heaviness you have been feeling is not a warning of danger. It is the feeling of the river slowing just before it deepens. The ancient builders along the Nile understood this, that the most sacred moments are not found in movement, but in the pause before the waters rise again. You did not find this message by accident. Something inside you recognized this signal before your mind had a chance to question it. And the fact that you are here, in this moment, listening, that is not small. That is everything. Stay with me until the end. What comes next is meant for you, and I am grateful you are here with me now. That ache you've been carrying, the one that doesn't have a name, the one that shows up in the quiet moments when the world goes still and you find yourself staring at nothing, feeling everything. That isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It's the opposite. It's the pressure of something vast trying to move through a vessel that was told for a very long time to stay small. The confusion you felt isn't confusion at all. It's the sound of old walls coming down. Imagine the deepest ocean trench where light has never touched, and yet life, in its most resilient and vibrant forms, thrives. That ache is like the deep sea pressure, an immense force pushing against the confines of what you've been told you are. It's the vibration of a universe within you yearning for expression, pressing against the limitations of a body and a mind that have been instructed to shrink, to be less than. The confusion is not a sign of being lost, but of being in the process of excavation, of dismantling structures that no longer serve the magnificent architecture of your soul. It's the sound of ancient, gilded gates creaking open, revealing pathways you'd forgotten existed. There's a reason water has always felt like home to you. If what you're feeling right now is confirming something you've carried your whole life, the Sirian Water Codes is your next step. It holds ancient Sirian healing practices passed down through the waters themselves. Techniques for releasing energy that was never yours, activating dormant memory through the sound of rain, and sealing your frequency with salt and intention. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment, but only briefly. Water is the primal element, the liquid consciousness that mirrors the sky, the earth, and the very essence of life. It remembers, it flows, it cleanses, and it cradles. You resonate with water because it's a reflection of your own fluid, ancient soul. The Sirian Water Codes aren't just a course. They are an invitation to dive into that primal knowing, to remember the language of your soul spoken through the currents of ancient wisdom. Think of the sound of rain not just as precipitation, but as celestial messages, each drop a syllable in a forgotten song that awakens dormant parts of you. Imagine the vastness of the ocean, its depths holding secrets older than time, and understand that within that vastness lies a connection to your own deepest self. These codes are a key, a cipher passed down through the very medium that sustains all life, offering you the tools to shed what is not yours and to reclaim the sacred, energetic blueprint of your being. You were not born into this world the way most people were. You didn't arrive blank. You came carrying something, a frequency, a memory encoded so deep in the architecture of who you are that no amount of forgetting could erase it entirely. And yet the forgetting was necessary, not as punishment, not as failure, but as part of the descent, the deliberate, courageous choice to go all the way in, all the way down, into the densest waters of human experience, so that what you carry could be tested, shaped, and ultimately proven real. A pearl doesn't form in clear, comfortable water. It forms in darkness, under pressure, at the bottom of the ocean. And what is forming inside you right now, what this moment is part of, could only have been shaped by exactly what you've been through. You are a cosmic seed, a star-born essence that chose this particular crucible of Earth. Your arrival was not an accident, but a homecoming with a purpose, a profound mission woven into your very DNA. The forgetting was not a loss, but a strategic immersion, a necessary descent into the shadow realms of human consciousness. Like an astronaut venturing into the vacuum of space, you chose the density, the resistance, the overwhelming sensory input of this reality, not to be diminished, but to be forged. The challenges, the heartbreaks, the moments of utter despair, these were not obstacles to your destiny, but the very anvils upon which your inherent brilliance was hammered into shape. Consider the alchemist's quest, transforming base metals into gold. Your life, with all its trials, has been the furnace, and you are the precious element being refined, purified, and made incandescent. The pearl, that symbol of hidden beauty and enduring worth, is born from irritation, from an external force creating an internal defense that ultimately blossoms into perfection. So too, the pressures you have endured have not broken you, but are in the process of forming something exquisite and rare within your core. That disconnection you felt from this world, from the people around you, from systems that never quite made sense to you, it was never a defect. It was distance. The natural distance a soul feels when it originates from somewhere else and finds itself temporarily living inside a story that was written for a different kind of being. You were never meant to fully fit here. You were meant to gently, quietly, and powerfully shift what's here, just by being authentically, unapologetically what you are. But first, you had to remember what that is. This feeling of being an observer, a gentle alien on a familiar yet foreign planet, is not alienation, it is perspective. It's the soul's quiet recognition of its native frequency, a subtle recalibration to a symphony that plays on a different cosmic station. The systems, the narratives, the societal expectations that feel like ill-fitting garments were not designed for your true form. They were woven for beings who resonate with a different cosmic hum. Your presence here is not about assimilation, but about authentic resonance. By simply being your true, multifaceted self, you are a walking, breathing beacon, a quiet revolution that realigns the energetic landscape around you. Imagine a tuning fork vibrating at a pure celestial pitch. It doesn't force other objects to resonate, but in its presence, their own latent vibrations are awakened and harmonized. You are that tuning fork for this earthly realm, and your journey is to rediscover and broadcast that pristine frequency. Things have felt unclear lately, like you're trying to see the bottom of a lake through murky, unsettled water. That fog isn't a sign that you've lost your way. It's what happens when old structures begin to dissolve, when patterns that were never truly yours start breaking apart to make room for what's real. The water has to get murky before it clears. You're not lost in that fog. You're moving through it. And that takes more courage than this world will ever fully acknowledge. This period of obscuration is not a wilderness of confusion, but a sacred chrysalis. The murkiness is the dissolution of old forms, the energetic equivalent of an earthquake shaking loose the foundations of illusion. It is the compost of forgotten lives and imposed realities being broken down to nourish the fertile ground of your awakening. When you feel lost in the fog, remember it is the necessary precursor to clarity, like the dark, rich earth that must be churned before new life can sprout. You are not waiting aimlessly. You are navigating a sacred transition, pushing through the veils of the old to emerge into the luminescence of the new. This journey through the unseen requires a profound inner compass, a trust in the unseen currents that guide you even when the path is obscured. The courage it takes to move through such transformative dissolution is a testament to the warrior spirit within you, a spirit that honors the process even when it feels disorienting. There is something encoded inside you that goes far deeper than anything you were taught in this lifetime. A blueprint, a set of instructions written not in language but in frequency, in the quiet intelligence of your own soul. You're not broken and searching for answers. You're whole and beginning to remember. And remembering rarely announces itself loudly. It begins as a feeling, a pull towards something you've never seen but somehow know. A recognition that lights up in your chest when you hear certain words, see certain symbols, stand near certain bodies of water. That recognition is not imagination, it is memory, and it has been waiting very patiently for this exact moment to surface. This encoded wisdom is your original signature, a cosmic DNA imprinted with the knowledge of your origins and your purpose. It speaks not in the linear constructs of human language, but in the resonant vibrations of pure being. You are not a puzzle to be solved, but a divine instrument to be played, a masterpiece in the process of revealing itself. The pull you feel, that undeniable magnetism toward the profound, the mysterious, the ancestral, that is the echo of your true self calling you home. When a particular phrase, a celestial symbol, or the rhythmic pulse of the ocean ignites a spark within you, recognize it. This isn't random inspiration. It is your soul's recognition system, a homing beacon activating deep within your being. These are not mere imaginings. They are the whispers of ancient memories, the resonance of your eternal self, stirring from a profound slumber, eager to reawaken and reclaim its sacred inheritance. This is where many starseeds reach a place that feels like stillness, and mistake it for stalling, when nothing seems to be moving. When the actions that used to bring clarity feel hollow, and the next step hasn't yet revealed itself, this phase is not a plateau. It's an anchoring, like a river that widens into a calm, still pool before finding the narrow passage through the mountains that carries it forward. Your soul is stabilizing what it has already received before it can hold what's coming next. Be patient here. Be gentle with yourself here. This phase is sacred even when it doesn't feel that way. This profound stillness is not an absence of progress, but a crucial stage of energetic integration. Imagine a vast cosmic reservoir where the torrents of new awareness and soul retrieval are being gathered and settled. This is the moment of profound absorption where your being is expanding to accommodate the vastness of what you are reclaiming. It is akin to the earth resting after a powerful rain, the soil soaking in the nourishment before the next phase of growth. Trust this quietude. It is not stagnation, but the deep, purposeful work of your soul solidifying its foundations. In this sacred pause, you are calibrating your energetic architecture, preparing the vessel to receive and embody even greater light and wisdom. This is a time for gentle presence, for honoring the deep currents of transformation that are occurring beneath the surface of perceived inactivity. You may not be able to see it yet, but the people around you already feel it. Something in you has shifted, and that shift is already moving through your relationships, your conversations, your energy field. Certain connections have grown heavier. Others have grown unexpectedly light. Places that once felt neutral now feel wrong, or more right than they ever did before. That's not coincidence, and it's not you becoming difficult. When one current changes direction, everything downstream is affected. You don't need to explain your transformation to anyone. You don't need to justify it or defend it. You are already transmitting it. And those who are tuned to your frequency will find you, not because you searched for them, but because water always finds water. Your transformation is a tidal wave of subtle energetic shifts, rippling outwards and impacting your entire relational and environmental ecosystem. As your internal frequency elevates, The energetic integrity of your connections is profoundly tested and redefined. Those relationships that were anchored in resonance with your former self may feel like anchors now weighing you down, while those aligned with your emerging truth will feel effortless and buoyant. The spaces you inhabit will either amplify your new vibration or feel dissonant and energetically draining. This is not a sign of judgment, but of energetic alignment. Your being is naturally recalibrating your reality to reflect your deepest truth. You are a living transmitter of your evolution, and your authentic presence acts as a powerful magnet, drawing to you those who vibrate at a similar frequency. Just as the moon's gravitational pull influences the ocean tides, your energetic shift influences the currents of connection around you. There are things you've been carrying that were never yours to carry. Beliefs that were handed to you about who you should be, how much space you're allowed to take up, what kind of dreams are permitted for someone like you. Emotional weight that you absorbed from others because you were sensitive enough to feel what they couldn't process themselves. Expectations that were written for a version of you that the world needed, not the version your soul actually came here to be. You have permission to set it all down, not forcefully, not dramatically, just the way a river releases a stone, naturally, without grief, because the river was never meant to carry it forever. Let it sink, let it rest, and keep flowing. You have been a gracious custodian of burdens, not meant for your soul's journey. These are the psychic imprints, the ancestral echoes, the societal mandates that have adhered to you like burrs on a fleece. They are the phantom limbs of other people's unfulfilled lives, the dictated narratives of who you should be rather than who you eternally are. Imagine a majestic river, ancient and powerful, its course unwavering. It encounters a stone worn smooth by countless journeys, and with effortless grace it releases the stone to the riverbed, its purpose fulfilled, its weight no longer a burden. You too are that river. Give yourself the divine permission to release these extraneous energies. Do not cling to them out of obligation or fear. Simply acknowledge their presence, honor their lesson, and then, with the quiet strength of your soul's current, let them go. Allow them to settle into the deep earth of consciousness, where they can be transmuted and repurposed. Your true path awaits, unencumbered by the ballast of borrowed sorrow or imposed limitations. You are not late. Whatever you're thinking right now, about the years that felt wasted, the time that felt lost, the moments you were sure you'd missed your window, none of it was wasted. Every detour was a current carrying you somewhere necessary. Every dark season was the ocean working on you, clearing away what didn't belong, smoothing the edges of what does. In the deepest wisdom of Sirius, a wisdom encoded long before the temples of Egypt rose from the sand, there is no such thing as a late awakening. There is only the perfect unfolding, and yours is happening right now, in this moment, whether or not it looks the way you expected it to. The relentless ticking of the clock is a construct of this dimension, a human attempt to impose order on the boundless ocean of cosmic time. Your soul exists within an eternal present, a continuum where every experience, every perceived delay, every zigzag in your path has been an integral part of your soul's grand tapestry. The wasted years were not lost, but fertile ground for your spirit's cultivation. The perceived failures were not endings, but crucial calibrations, essential lessons etched into your being. The ocean, in its infinite wisdom, does not rush the tide, nor does it regret the ebb. Each movement is perfect, necessary, and contributes to the harmonious rhythm of the whole. Sirius, a star system resonant with ancient knowledge, understands that awakening is not a race against time, but a sovereign unfolding. A magnificent bloom timed precisely by the universe for your soul's ultimate expression. Your awakening is not a destination you have missed, but a sacred journey that is unfolding in this very breath, in this precise moment, with a divine timing that is flawless. Your mission was never about doing something the world would call extraordinary. It was never about being seen by millions, or solving a problem no one else could touch, or arriving at some dramatic moment of recognized purpose. Your mission is far more ancient and far more quiet than that. It is presence. Full, authentic, unguarded presence. The kind that only a soul carrying your specific codes can offer. The ancient builders who understood the relationship between the stars and the stones, between the cosmos and the current of the Nile, knew something that this era is only beginning to rediscover. The most transformative force in existence is not power. It is alignment. A soul fully aligned with its own truth changes everything in its orbit, not by trying, but by simply being. You don't need to figure out your entire mission today. You just need to be here, fully here, and trust the current that has been carrying you all along. Your cosmic assignment transcends the limitations of human achievement and external validation. It is not a task to be completed, but a state of being to be embodied. Your mission is the exquisite art of pure presence, of radiating your authentic, unvarnished soul essence into the world. This is the original magic, the primordial power that ancient civilizations understood, the transformative force of alignment. When your inner essence is in perfect harmony with the divine source, you become a conduit for creation, a living vortex of change. Your very existence, in its unadulterated truth, reweaves the fabric of reality around you. The ancient architects of cosmic understanding knew that true influence is not wielded through force, but through resonance. Your purpose is not to chase a grand destiny, but to anchor yourself fully in the now, to inhabit your divine essence completely. Trust the invisible currents of grace and synchronicity that are guiding your journey. Simply be, and in your being, you will fulfill your most profound mission. You're not lost. You never were. You chose to forget. Not because you were fragile, but because the kind of remembering you're here to experience could only be earned by finding your way back from the very deepest depth. Every moment of confusion was the water working on you. Every moment of pain was the pressure forming something that couldn't have formed any other way. And everything you thought you lost along the way, the time, the clarity, the certainty, none of it is gone. It's in you. It became you. The ocean doesn't mourn the waves that broke on the shore. It knows they return. And so do you. You have journeyed into the heart of illusion, not because you're weak, but because your strength is so profound, so resilient, that it could withstand the descent and emerge with a wisdom forged in the fires of experience. The forgetting was a deliberate act of courage, a conscious choice to immerse yourself in the human drama so that you could truly understand and through that understanding illuminate the path for others. Each moment of disorientation was a divine sculptor's chisel, shaping and refining the raw material of your being. The pain you've endured has been the crucible, not to destroy you, but to transmute you into pure gold. The time, the clarity, the certainty that you believe have been lost are not gone. They have been integrated, absorbed into the very essence of who you are. They have become the bedrock of your expanded consciousness, the vibrant colors in the masterpiece of your soul. Like the eternal cycle of the ocean, where every wave that crashes upon the shore is a returning force, so too are you a living testament to the power of return and reclamation. If it feels right tonight, when the world is quiet and you have a moment that belongs only to you, place your hand over your heart and say simply, without any need for it to be perfect, I remember who I am. I trust the waters that carried me here. I am ready to flow into what comes next. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section. It's a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.